but my camera just like stopped recording. So I'm just gonna start over. I wasn't too far into the video. But hi you guys. Welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is Ivy, and tonight I thought that I would film just like a fun little catch-up video. I did one of these in December. I was planning on doing them like every week of Vlogmas and just kind of like talk about random things that were on my mind. And I didn't end up doing Vlogmas at all, but I want to give full credit to another creator, Zoe. I will put her at and her channel here and in the description if you want to check her out. She did them every week in Vlogmas as well. And they were just so like peaceful to watch. It really felt like you were like on FaceTime with a friend. And I just loved that vibe. So I thought I would do one tonight to kind of catch up with you guys. A lot has been going on. Tell you what has been on my mind, kind of where I've been. And if you're not familiar with me, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, I quit my job at the beginning of the year. My last day was the last day of 2022. And I quit for a lot of different reasons. But overall, I feel like the blanket statement to really explain why I quit is that I was just burnt out. Like, I was so horribly burnt out, and I think I had been for years. And one of the big reasons why I wanted to quit was just because I really wanted to like start pursuing other things, and I think that I jumped into it a little bit too quickly and didn't really accept the fact that I was burnt out. So one really big thing was YouTube. I love YouTube. I seriously have wanted to do YouTube for years. Probably for like 10 years, I have really wanted to do YouTube. I started my channel in 2020, and I posted here and there. I was never super consistent, but I said to myself this year, I really want to like start posting, like grab the bull by the horns, and just see, even if I don't make money from it, just see if I can like build a community and it can be something that like I'm really passionate about. Ultimately, me and my husband do want to start trying to have kids soon, and I told him before we were ever serious enough to start thinking about having kids that if we stayed together and we had kids together, that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So even if this is just a little hobby to kind of feel like I'm my own person when I become a mom, I think that would be really great. And then obviously if it would ever get to the point that I would make money from it, I feel like that's just like such a huge bonus. And then when I quit, I kind of started to hate YouTube. I really just didn't enjoy it, and I think it was because I was having such a hard time of what direction I wanted to go in. I was listening to one of Destiny Sidwell's vlogs, not her vlogs, her podcast episodes, where she just kind of talks about like her YouTube journey and all of that. And she said that when she first started YouTube, she like wanted to be the next Emma Chamberlain, and she wasn't growing at all, and nobody was watching her stuff, and she was getting so discouraged. And her boyfriend was like, look, Destiny, like the world doesn't need another Emma Chamberlain, like, because they already have one. Like, you just need to post things that you're passionate about, and you can't try to be like other people. And she started posting about books, and of course we all know and love her. And it really made me think like, okay, I want to do my own thing. Like, what should I do? I feel like books, I love making content about books, but that really is, I feel like, just for pleasure. It's not something that I would ever want to do solely because you have to read such a huge amount of books, and I think that would really make me hate reading. Lifestyle, again, I like it, but I don't think that I want to make like my whole channel around that, just because I don't love just like talking about products all the time. And I think a lot of the times when you're like a lifestyle creator, it can kind of turn into that because you're just kind of showing people the products you use every day. And overall, I think that people really underestimate, this is a bunny trail, I think that people really underestimate the amount of work that like creating lifestyle content is, especially on TikTok. When I was trying to start TikTok, right when I quit my job, making lifestyle content, I hated it. It was so hard. It was so hard. It was so inconvenient. It took me forever to do anything. And I'm sure if I continued with it, I would get into a groove and I would be like, it's just second nature. But if you watch lifestyle content, just remember that they're putting so much work into that content. And my content wasn't even good. So I was like, okay, like I don't really want to do lifestyle content. Back onto the correct subject. And I used to do true crime on my channel. And that's the only content I've really ever had get a lot of traction, is my true crime. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a true crime channel, and that's going to be like my main channel. And then I'm going to have a vlog channel where I can just post about books and vlogs and kind of take the pressure off those videos to be like super good, because they're just for fun. And I can put a ton of work into my true crime videos. And I was feeling really good about that decision. I was feeling really confident. And it was like the universe was like, that's not how it is. Like, that's not going to work for you. And did everything in its power for me to realize that, because all of a sudden, little backstory, we moved into this house in September, I believe. All of a sudden I woke up one night with one of like the worst anxieties like I've ever felt, just convinced that someone was going to break into our house. Like, it wasn't if someone was going to break in, it was when. And I don't want to talk about it for too long because I am home alone right now, and I know that I will freak myself out and get anxious again if I continue to talk about it. It was awful, and it continued every night thereafter. I would wake up, I would freak out, I would get so scared, to the point of like when I finally got up for the day after being up all night and not sleeping and being terrified, I didn't want to do anything. I was so emotionally drained from how anxious I was the night before that I did not want to do anything during the day, and I didn't want to do YouTube. And then I kind of started to get anxiety about a lot of other things. The one other big one that I feel like I was getting anxious about was social media. I was like, what if I post? I think a lot of people can relate to this. Once you start posting a lot of content, whether it be stories or if you're posting on your feed every day or you're posting reels, you get so many like junk followers where you'll click on their profile and they're following like 1,000 people and they have no followers and no username, or at least like a regular username, no profile picture, or it's basically like a porn account. Anytime I've ever increased the amount that I was posting on Instagram, I've always gotten junk accounts like that. And I will just say that I block them right away. This was my train of thought. What if somebody sees this and they become obsessed with me, or they figure out where I live, or like just all of this stuff? And it's something that I've never considered about social media before. Like when I was younger and a lot of people in, middle school, like they couldn't have Instagram accounts. I never realized like why that was until I got older. And social media really is scary, because even if you go out of your way to make it a good place, you cannot count on the fact that other people are doing that. Then I deleted my TikTok. I wanted to delete Instagram. I just literally wanted to go off the grid. I was like, this is horrible. Like, I don't want to feel this way. And it kind of made me like sad. It did make me feel a little bit better to like delete TikTok and to not post on Instagram as much. But it made me sad because I felt like I was giving up my dream, to kind of like be on YouTube. And basically what I did to try to feel a little bit better and try not to feel so anxious is I stopped consuming any type of true crime. I unfollowed any account I follow. I haven't been watching any YouTube about it. I haven't been researching about it. I haven't been editing any of my true crime videos that are pre-filmed. I haven't been watching any documentaries. Like, I've just been trying to completely take it out, because even though that's probably not the source for all of my anxiety, it's definitely not helping. And I was like, well, great. Like, that's the only content on my channel that gets any views. Like, and now what? Like, I'm not going to make it anymore. It was, again, like, it was just, like, hard to kind of, like, give that up. But I definitely think that, like, looking at it now, I'm glad that I decided to do that. I think that I'm not really missing out on it as much as I thought I was going to feel that way. In this video, I kind of just wanted to talk about how I'm not going to be posting true crime content anymore. After kind of going through all of this and trying to like move forward and feel better and not be so anxious about this stuff, I decided that I'm not going to make true crime content anymore. But I am going to still separate my channels and have one channel kind of be more of a serious sit down, my other channel just kind of be for fun. Whenever I was in school, I did one semester of school. I took a human trafficking class. And when I took that class, I was like, I want to start a podcast and I just want to talk about things that I'm passionate about. I want to talk about trafficking. I want to talk about animals, the environment, all of this stuff. And I never did it. So that's kind of what my channel is going to be. But I'm basically just going to talk about social issues, environmental issues, really anything that I'm passionate about, pretty much anything I want. And I'm really excited for it. I feel like this is definitely like a step into the right direction, and I'm glad that I'm trying something new, and if I hate it, I won't do it anymore. So I think that this video is going to go up on like a Monday or Tuesday, so there won't be any videos on my main channel at this point, but I will have one come out on Friday. So if this comes up on a Monday, the following Friday, my first video will be posted. So if you're interested in watching it, I will link the channel down in the description, and you can subscribe and turn on your notifications so you get notified whenever I post my first video. And my first video is actually going to basically be about true crime, funnily enough. Just kind of about like the ethics of it, if it's healthy to be consumed at the rate that we're consuming it, if it's ethical that people can make money off of it, if we should be bringing up these stories that can really affect the loved ones involved at all. Just kind of talking about all of that. And I'm really excited, and I think it's kind of a nice goodbye to the true crime content that I was making. Another thing that I've been doing that has been giving me a lot of peace of mind is I've been taking stories and posting them a day late or 2 days late to have my content be more real time, but not so real time that people kind of see like my everyday and like what I'm doing and like my routine. And I'm basically just trying to do anything that can kind of give me a little peace of mind, and it's making me like excited to do social media again, and like I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm really excited about it, and I feel like I had to go through that really rough period of waking up every night to kind of realize that like my anxiety is not going away, and I need to do everything like in my power to work through it and live with it and make it better. And I'm not saying like, I don't want this to come off like saying that like you're gonna get horrible anxiety if you like watch true crime or anything that's scary. Like, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that I think that that type of content was really affecting me, and I think that I needed to really see it clearly to know that. And I also think that this is kind of a different topic, and I want to talk about this a little bit too. So we're done with the true crime and where kind of my channel is going, and going more onto like a life update. I'm sorry that I'm being so like, this is what we're doing now. I just feel like I need to say it out loud, or in my brain I like can't separate it. I feel like it's also really helped me just with my anxiety in general. And I don't like to use the word depression because I've never been diagnosed with depression, and I don't think that I have depression. I think that it's more like a chronic sadness, or like the blues. Like, I feel like for years, like I just let myself wake up and like be grumpy and be upset and like waste my whole day being in a crummy mood. And I feel like since I've been really struggling with like severe anxiety, like worse than what I ever have experienced, it's really made me want to just enjoy my days. And I feel like that's like this little saying, like you have to hit rock bottom before you can like climb out, or however it goes, or whatever people say. I feel like that really rang true for me. And I just want to say that like I've seriously been having like some of like the best days, not because I'm doing anything crazy or because I have like big plans, but just because I'm like enjoying my day and being happy. And it's really, really nice. And it's like making me inspired to do different stuff with my YouTube and do research for other career paths that I've been looking into, and get excited about having kids. I think when you struggle with anxiety, you don't want to think about the future or think about things like kids, because you're like, I can't let myself like feel this way while I'm in charge of like another human being. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here, give you a little update about how I've been feeling and kind of what I've been working through. Also just because I didn't want to include it in a vlog. I just kind of want to start the vlogs and the other content with like a fresh, clean palette, and this can kind of be my in-between. So if you made it through this video, thank you so much for watching. I feel like it definitely was a ramble and maybe didn't make a ton of sense, but I really do appreciate if you watched it. And this is kind of, I definitely made this video for me, and it was kind of like therapeutic for me, but if you're struggling with anxiety or honestly anything, I just want you to know, like, you're not alone, and if this video made you feel that way, that makes me really, really happy. And if you're feeling similar, or if you're struggling with anxiety, like, please don't hesitate to like comment down below or DM me on Instagram, because I just feel like anxiety especially, which maybe a lot of, you know, problems are like this, but I feel like if you don't personally struggle with it, it's really kind of hard to understand what it's like. So if you feel like you don't have anybody in your life that you can talk to or that understands, like, don't be afraid to reach out to me, because I don't want you to feel as alone as I felt in the past. But yeah, I feel like I've been rambling and going like on every bunny trail that I could have been. So I'm just gonna wrap up this video now. Thank you so much for watching, if you did watch this long. And if you've never seen my channel before and you enjoyed this, or you know, enjoyed my personality, I don't know, make sure that you subscribe. I post vlog content, I post book content. We're renovating our house right now, so there's a lot of house updates and kind of home projects, so lots of fun stuff. I will also link my main channel below if you are interested in watching that true crime video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.